welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you are a new subscriber, hi, my name is Mmaneo_V. I'm a hot mom of 2 kids, and I post beauty, lifestyle, and sometimes baby and mommy content, and that's what I have today. So before we even start with what we are doing today, I am doing a chit chat get ready with me. There's a lot. There is a lot going on in basically the world. I can't even say South Africa. So today's the first day of lockdown. Basically it's the Friday, and to be honest, I'm extremely happy that we are in a current lockdown, because everyone knows that the Rona has us by the neck. It literally does, guys. And to be honest, I just wanted to post more content for my subbies, because I did go on my Instagram and I asked who wants to see more content from me to distract them from the news, because to be honest, being fixated and always watching the news and wanting to catch up with the latest whatever is happening is going to drive you crazy, especially if you struggle with anxiety, panic attacks. You are going to see flames, and I'm one of those people. Like, I'm in hell right now, to be honest. Like, my panic, my anxiety, they're on 100, and I'm actually at peace now, to be honest, because there is a shutdown, even though there aren't a lot of people who are following the rules and doing what they have to do. Mostly, I think it's people who are also not aware of what's going on. Like, they don't have enough information. So I also urge, like, everyone who has information and basically just has information to share with your uncles, your aunts, especially the ones that stay in like townships and stuff like that, because I find that not everyone like knows exactly what's going on, if that makes sense. And also to your grandmothers, guys, that stay in the rurals, please, guys, please share information and tell them what's going on. Tell them to watch the news, because I feel like a lot of people are making decisions based on not knowing. I don't want to say ignorance. I think there are some people who are very ignorant, but like I also think it's a matter of not knowing and understanding the science behind this virus. And I think also, even if we say science and it seems like it's something very like serious and not easy to understand, I also find that explaining and simplifying it for your grandmothers, your mothers, whoever you find that they will not fully understand this, please, guys, call up your parents, call up your grandparents, and tell them what's going on, because guys, people really need to be serious about what's going on. But anywho, that's my 2 cents on how we should be dealing with this situation. But please, guys, please inform people that need to be informed, especially, guys, because a lot of people are HIV positive in South Africa. So guys, please just spread the information so people know, so that people can stay safe. And guys, the reason why I'm speaking on this so much is because I have underlying health issues, which is I'm asthmatic, and I don't know, but like, people who are asthmatic understand where I'm coming from, because being asthmatic, guys, having just a random, like just a normal flu, like minus coronavirus, you already have the symptoms of coronavirus. If you already have shortness of breath, you are struggling to breathe. Like, for me, coronavirus symptoms are my everyday life living symptoms, especially if I don't take my preventer. So yeah, guys, please be careful. Also, if you stay in Johannesburg, please don't force to go to the Eastern Cape. Please don't force to go to the Free State and go give your grandmother coronavirus that time. Let's say, I'm not saying that's the situation, but there are people who don't have medical aid. There are people who stay really far from hospitals, and like proper hospital and stuff like that. So guys, please, ngiyanicela, guys, I'm begging you, like literally begging you. Wow, I spoke. Today we have a very like talkative, fun video, especially for moms. I came up with a questionnaire on my Instagram, and I asked moms on what do they do that is seen as bad in the mom community. And the reason why I'm doing that is every community has like perfect paddies, people are very judgmental, and people who say no, things can't be done this way. And there's a lot of unsolicited advice that comes with being a mom, like, hey guys. And I'm not, like, to be honest, I'm not that person who takes unsolicited advice well, if that makes sense. Like, I get really irritated when someone gives me advice and ang babuzang, like, I'm just like, ubuzoban, like, who asked you? Do you understand? So yeah, without further ado, and on a lighter note, on a positive note, I think we should start. So the first reply is, I basically giving my child a dummy. I'm one of those people who I gave both my kids dummies. Kumkani and Upalo, I gave them dummies, and the reason why is because I know a few people that lost their kids from sudden infant death, or yeah, that. And you know, I was on when I was pregnant, I spent all my time on the internet, literally, like I was spending all my time on the internet, and I was like googling stuff like what could help, what could prevent, and all of that. And dummies were one of those things that apparently do prevent sudden death syndrome. So it's all about doing your research, obviously, and finding out what works and what doesn't work. So for me, I was just like, I'm definitely gonna give my kids dummies, for especially for the first month, because your child doesn't go into a deep sleep. What basically I understand is that what dummies do is that they give your child doesn't like go into a deep sleep because they're constantly busy, they're sucking, so that keeps them up. Like they might be sleeping, but he's not like in a deep sleep, or maybe he might just like go into a deep sleep and never wake up. That's what I think how it works. But obviously I'm not a scientist, nor am I a doctor or pediatrician, so I don't know what's the reasoning behind that, but that's how I think. And it also makes me sleep better at night. To be honest, it does. When I know my child is, instead of just like sleeping. So I use dummies. And if you are worried about dummies, I know a lot of people, the biggest worry is it contracts or attract germs and all of that. Guys, I think the first thing you shouldn't do when your child is on a dummy, don't be that mom who clip your child's dummy on the clothes. When he's playing around, the dummy is collecting the germs. Do you understand? So use it for maybe like at night or when your child is sleeping, and then you can take it, put it in your disinfectant solution, or however you sanitize or sterilize your bottles, your baby's bottles. So I think that's a solution to people being scared of germs. That's how I solved my situation. I never gave Kumkani his dummy like for no reason, especially like if he was up. I would basically just wait for him to, it basically was like a soother to help him sleep. I never used it as like a supplement for food. You obviously shouldn't do that. And that's how I kept my son's dummy from germs. So yeah, let's go to the second one. I let her play on her iPad a lot longer than she should. My son is basically like a baby shark connoisseur. Is that even a thing? But I prefer my child sitting down watching TV or watching YouTube, or on his phone watching YouTube, on his iPad watching YouTube, versus him, if I'm busy and I'm trying to do something, him playing around, picking up stuff, choking on stuff. So I find that TV or phone keeps him still and in one place, and I'm comfortable and I know that my son is safe. So, and also guys, to be honest, YouTube has helped my son so much, and I know a lot of people don't think like it's good for your child to be watching TV and all of that. Guys, I can't stress on the good benefits my son has had from YouTube. Because remember, when my son was born, he didn't have a sibling, it was just him, and he had no one to interact with. So we used to play cartoons for him, and he would learn the songs like Oh Baby Shark. And he also doesn't go to school. People think my son go to school. My son doesn't go to school. He basically just watches YouTube. He literally can speak, he can sing the songs that people who go to daycare sing, and he speaks very well, understands, he uses adjectives, he can construct a sentence now. He's only 3, so I'm not like under so much pressure for my son to know, like I'm not stressing him to know like 1 + 1. But from September we're going to probably homeschool him, or just start implementing like strict proper classes. We do that, but like it's not very strict. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. The next one is she loves my helper more than she loves me because she lets her get away with more stuff. That's probably not the case. To be honest, can I just tell you, kids are very situational. Kids are very situational. Kids will lean towards. And then the other one is, I have 2 boys, age 6 and age 2. I make it very clear that they cannot play with girls and girls' toys. I'm not homophobic, but I don't allow it. I'm half Xhosa. The white side of my family thinks I'm ignorant. So this is a very touchy subject. I think she did mention that she is not homophobic, and it's obviously not my place to say she is or not, but I'm one of those moms, like, I know there's a lot going on in the world, but I'm not raising my kids non-binary, not knowing who they are, because I strongly believe that my son was born a boy. He was born with a penis. Do you understand? So he is a boy. He is male. And I think it's his birthright for me to raise him like a boy, teach him how to be a man, and then if he ever decides on what gender orientation he wants to be, if that makes sense, or he decides who he's attracted to or whatever, it's obviously then that his choice. I, as a mother, would have played my role as I had a son, and it was my job to raise him like a son. But that also doesn't say that I'm gonna be raising very misogynist or ignorant men. No, I will be raising very smart boys who are aware of what's going on in the world, who are aware of everything that's happening in the world, basically. So I'm going to be raising very respectful men that know how to treat women and that understand how women are, because to be honest, raising my kids to not know genders is also going to be so weird, because if my son does decide to be a man, I think it's very important for him to know his role. I strongly believe that men do have to provide. I strongly believe in those. So if I do raise a man who doesn't understand all of that, it's just gonna be tricky for me, and I'm gonna feel like I failed as a mom. So obviously, I'm not saying that I'm going to be raising disrespectful, ignorant men. So that's my part on that. So the other one is, this strained me. My God. What's the other one? I struggle at putting myself, and so I judge mommies that actually have a life. I think this was me when I had my first son, because I literally had like basically just given my life to my son, and I wasn't unhappy, and but I think I overdid it, if that makes sense. So I would, like, when I see other moms living their lives, I'd be like, where's the child? In my head, do you understand? I wouldn't obviously ask them, so that's so disgusting. But I get where you're coming from, especially with Kumkani. Like, I just wanted to be a mom. I don't want anyone touching my child, and it kind of got draining, and that's when I started being judgmental to other moms. Like, why is she going out? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? And it also I think it also clicked to me, like, no, sis, the reason why you are so touched about other people enjoying their life, it's because you are sitting here not enjoying your life. And that's where I saw the importance of basically allowing my helper to to be. I get it. I feel like you should relax just a little bit, allow people to help you, especially if your child is like past that stage of being a newborn. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy yourself. So you don't have to always be looking after your child, because I know it also hurts when you see other people but the enjoyer, you're like, oh my god, why where's your child? Like, you become really aggressive at like, why aren't people doing what you're doing? Well, when you're the one who chose that life. So we are here. I make it very clear that I only want one child and I'm judged. Oh my god, guys, people will not stop. I tell you, I kid you not, people just don't stop, and people just don't want to listen. In all honesty, having a child, sorry guys, having a child is a very personal thing. Not only is it personal on you, but like, it's also personal on your health, guys. Having a child is knee up and place. I'm not even gonna fuck around. Like, you are between life and death, and if people don't let people downplay it. Like, I know obviously not everyone's experience is not gonna be the same. Not everyone is gonna have pain, but there's a lot of risk that comes with being pregnant. But I'm not saying that you should be like too worried about that. A lot of women are capable of actually having kids without dying. People should stop. I know, like, this, it even doesn't only happen with people who decide to only have one child. It also happens to people who don't want kids, period. And they'll be like, oh, so you're not gonna have kids? That's very selfish. Like, a lot of people are like, oh no, that's very selfish. Why don't you want kids? Like, you're a woman. And guys, it's not a must have kids. What's the point of bringing a child on earth if you're not ready and you're gonna hate that child, rather than just being alone and just being happy, if that makes sense? So people should stop. Having a child is not a must. Getting divorced because I should stick it through for my kids. Oh guys, no. To be honest, I think my husband and I had this conversation, and he said something really profound about what she's saying. So we're basically having a conversation. He was like to me, you know what, it's better to leave, especially when the kids are still really young. Stay in a toxic situation, you are doing more bad than you are doing good, because you are going to be raising very angry kids that will probably be toxic in a way of, if you are raising a boy, even a girl, they can be the one, like, they can turn out to be the abuser growing up, or they can think it's okay to stay in an abusive situation because my mom did it. Why? What's wrong with it? Do you understand? So be woke, ladies, and don't fall in the trap of no. Stay in the situation for your kids. Very, very dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it. So to be honest, I think you did more good than you did bad by leaving. Because guys, you know, actually, I'm so sorry, you know, if you are in a very fucked up situation and you're not happy, and you're saying that you're doing it for your kids, you not being happy already is compromising your role as a mom. Because when you're happy, then you're not at your best, if that makes sense. Like, you are not at your best as a mom, and your kids will never experience you. So imagine if you're saying, no, I'll leave when my kids are 20. So for 20 years your kids are not gonna experience happy or capable mom, because oh no, that's just a disaster. So please guys, please, if you don't have to be in a situation and you are able to leave a situation, leave ASAP. Like, be ready to get the fuck after that shit, because no, I don't think it's a good idea to just stay, in all honesty. Like, going out to a party, this one killed me. Going out to a party, guys. To be honest, guys, let me see, I started going out recently. Like, not recently, basically, like when I had my second child, I was going out. Like, I was going out, and the reason I was going out, obviously, because I did have a nanny that I trusted, number one. I don't see a problem if going out doesn't affect your child in any way, like negatively affect your child, if that makes sense. So if you maybe let's say you have a full-time nanny, like I have a full-time nanny, so that's how I'm able to go out. And also my mother-in-law is like 60% always around. So going out to parties, if you have a nanny, what's the issue? I don't see the issue. But if you are going out and probably leaving your child with people who could endanger your child, or you are leaving your child alone. I know, like, someone told me a story about a friend of theirs where this person was leaving their child alone in a flat, and what she'd do was that she'd give the child paracetamol, and she'd like overdose her child in paracetamol, and she knew exactly what time the baby would wake up, if that makes sense. So around the time when the baby's gonna wake up, like I think it was like 4 or something, she'd be like, okay, no, I'm gone. And guys, to be honest, like I was traumatized, but also I was just like, wow, people actually are that dedicated to going out. And I think obviously that lady or whoever that person is should be in jail, in all honesty. Like, in my opinion, I know it's obviously not my place to judge, but take her to jail, please. Also, those friends that are going out with that person, ni wrongo, to be honest. As much as you obviously, it's not your place to judge, ni wrongo, to be honest, because that's just endangering a child. Do you understand? So, yeah, man, if there isn't any harmful, bad activities that is taking place for you to go out in terms of your child, then do what you gotta do that makes you happy. If going out is your hobby, like, who has the right to say, but you can't do it? Do you understand? So yeah, I don't see anything wrong. It's about to rain. Shouting a lot. Thing is, my 4-year-old doesn't listen. Speaking in a low tone doesn't help. Completely get you guys, especially toddlers, guys. Ooh, toddlers can literally test you. Like, raising a toddler, guys, is, if you are, if you are successful at raising a toddler, I'm telling you, you can survive the end of the world. You can. Not saying that there's going to be an end of the world. Touch wood, that doesn't happen, because some of us are not ready, but like raising a toddler is a lot, guys. It's a lot. And sometimes you really have, like, it's normal, it's completely normal for a human being to lose their shit, especially if you're the main caregiver, guys. It gets a lot. It gets so much, like, ooh. I can't explain it. I sometimes do shout at Kumgani. It's obviously not my my primary way of communicating or disciplining Kumgani, but I do shout at Kumgani when he's really, especially Kumgani, guys. Kumgani is a very I don't know how to explain it, but like, he tries me a lot. Like, he really does try me. Like, we and try lamdana, to be honest. So we do sometimes shout at Kumgani, like, we do. In all honesty, we do. Munchkin started sleeping in her own bed, and I was when she was born, and I was labeled a bad mom. Guys, I don't know why people think they have a right to judge people. Like, it's just so weird, especially labeling someone, like saying, but oh my god, you're a bad mom. That's not nice. I'm obviously, like, I get judged for still sleeping with my kids. I'm basically like on the other side of this situation, but I still get judged for still sleeping with my kids, co-sleeping with my kids, and I do that for my own reasons. I have my own anxieties, I have my own fears, and sleeping with my kids, my husband and I are super comfortable with doing that. I know a lot of people are gonna ask me, like, how do you do this, how do you do that? We do that, we fun, we happy, don't stress. We are really good. Like, I still breastfeed my baby. She's almost 3 years old. Ooh. Girl, I spank my son when he's naughty. Guys, can I tell you, when we were reading some of these things with my husband's like, you can't speak on that, right? It's illegal to spank your child. But we know what it is.
Whipping is, that's discipline, motherfucker. What you talking about?
I think Kris Jenner's boyfriend done make it clear for a lot of white people. And that's it, basically. Ooh. When baby throws tantrums, crying for something that is finished, I leave her to cry, to be honest, guys. So one of the other way that we discipline Kumkani is by taking him to like basically a corner where he can like basically get his act together. And what I've noticed is that there's sometimes when Kumkani is literally just crying for things he doesn't know, like he literally just wants to cry. And that method has helped us a lot, because Kumkani will literally walk himself to the naughty room or the naughty corner or whatever the situation is at that given time, and he will cry, get his act together, then come back to us using words like "I'll hit you every time he's naughty." Apparently it's abuse. You're not hitting the child, so what's abusive with that? Like, I don't get it. Help me get it. I do sometimes tell Kumkani, like, I am going to, like, I'm not always threatening my child, to be honest. Like, I'm not threatening my child all the time, but like when he really does need a threat, I do threaten him. So sorry to the people that say it's abuse. And then the other one is feeding formula and letting baby sleep in the cot. I think we've covered the baby sleeping in the cot. It has its benefits, and if you're not a scary cat like me and you don't mind your child sleeping alone, that's your choice, and there's nothing wrong. There are good benefits that come with your child sleeping in the bed. And also you're feeding your baby formula. Oh guys, no, you know what, not everyone is actually capable of breastfeeding. Your child drinking formula is not going to kill them. So guys, let's stop being judgmental. Oh, not using those funny meds our mothers used to use on us. I'm also not that person. Those funny medicines are probably like, oh, those linen drops. Those linen drops have clear, when I say they have clear instructions of not for kids under the age of 12, and mothers still insist, or like older people still insist that you should give those to your kids. Don't do it, guys. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Going through my phone while I was breastfeeding, some lady made a comment. I would punch her in the face. Literally, that's my answer. Because don't make comments because you can make a comment. Do you understand? So yeah, I think that's the last one. So guys, I went on to put on my lashes. The lashes I'm using are from Lush. I will tag their Instagram page in the description box. But this is my purple look. I'm actually feeling purple with pink recently, but I'm feeling cute. I'm feeling like a hot mom. After this lockdown quarantine, I am going to be showing people flames. I'm joking, guys. I'm gonna be staying at home because I'm genuinely scared. You guys will see me out when they find the cure, when they find the vaccine of this situation we're going through. But I'm basically done, guys. I think this taught us that let us not judge as moms, actually not even moms, but like in general. If you are part of a community and you feel like it's your place to tell people what to do and what not to do, stop there. Stop. But anyway, guys, stay home, stay safe. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I love you guys.